give us your name and, in fact, what you do.
Okay. Good day. My name is Yunus Ibrahim from Nima Downside. Before I am a sales representative, I sell things. I went outside Ghana to buy things. But since last year, 2016, we used to buy dollar, 3 CD 90 pesos for $1. So just 1 year ago, now the dollar is about 4 CD 60 pesos, which is too much for us to continue our work, because when we buy the thing in dollar, when we bring it here, we have to increase our items to sell it in the accurate price. So people are not buying it, so we have to quit.
Okay, so you're saying that basically since this administration took over, the dollar has been running wild against the city.
Yeah.
And because of that, you have quit your job.
Yeah.
So you are currently unemployed.
Yeah.
Okay, so that will take me to my next question.
Yeah.
How would you rate the performance of this administration in its first year?
Oh, so far, so bad. Because if you we use money to buy petrol. If you check last year, 2016, we were buying petrol.
Last year was 2017.
Just 2016.
Okay.
Petrol was about 14 CD before the old government leave power. So now petrol is about 20-something CD just a year. You see, the margin is too big. See, if we continue like this for about 4 years to come, I think we will run out of this country. So
So basically, you're saying things are tough for you.
Very tough, not for me alone. A lot of people are complaining.
Right.
And also, if you it promised a lot that we are going to get 1 million per one constituency every year. I don't know if I get it well. Up
but
to
you
now,
haven't seen it?
No, it's more than 1 year now. Our 1 million did not come.
Okay. All right, I'll come back to you. I see the gentleman in the Burberry shades. You were smiling a lot. Is that to suggest that you disagree with him? What's your name? And tell us how you feel about this current administration.
I'm Amin Mohammed at Nima.
Yeah.
I'm Amin Mohammed, Nima, downside. I'm a businessman. I'm a buy and seller.
So is business good?
Somehow it's good.
Business is good.
Yeah.
Do you agree with him? He says that things are tough. Do you agree?
No, I'm not agreeing with him.
Why?
Because if you compare, our government came just for 1 year. So it's now starting to check things to settle it all. So we have to get time, maybe like 2 years to 3 years. Maybe we see a good thing.
So we should give the government 2 to 3 years to settle down, and then we'll see things getting better.
Yeah.
So you completely disagree with him.
Yeah.
But he says that, if you can just take the microphone closer to your mouth, but he's saying that he was enjoying his business in 2016. Now the dollar and the cedi are both, you know, at loggerheads, to put it that way. And so because of that, he's out of job. What would you say to that?
Okay, the dollar is a world business thing. So if dollar has go up, it's not we are blaming our government.
So you don't think the government is responsible for the dollar and the cedi running?
Because it's the world market.
It's the world market. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me come to you. If you can just give me your name. Can you hold the microphone? What's your name?
My name is Usman Mohammed.
Okay. Now you've listened to your two friends here. What are your thoughts?
Okay, to my opinion, based on what they were saying. As for me, dear, so far so good. Yeah, so far so good, because if you just look at certain things that
such as
you know, there is the reduction of the electricity tariffs. You know.
Okay.
He has done a lot to, you know, those people who are using electricity and they can't afford it. Now it has been cut down almost 14%, and I think I'm very happy for that.
Okay,
yeah.
So based on the reduction in the electricity tariff announced by the president just a few days ago, you think that they've done a great job.
Yeah.
But until that announcement, what do you make of President Akufo-Addo in office for 1 year?
Yeah.
What do you make of it?
Thank you very much for asking me this wonderful question. Thank you, Amma. Okay, regarding on the president first year at the office, for me, I think so far so good.
Okay.
Just because years ago we have seen so many people where, you know, how did you call it? So many things happen, and me, I'm not glad of.
Things like?
Yeah, because we are always fighting on corruption issue. Every blessed day we fight about corruption. But this present government in office has proved to me that is going to do something about this.
Okay, so you are basing this on the special prosecutor announced by the president?
Yeah, announced by the president, yeah.
And you think that Martin Amidu is in pole position to prosecute and fight corruption head-on?
Yeah.
Of course, with the assistance of the president. Okay.
For me, Martin Amidu is the perfect man for this job. And I think, like I said earlier, that's why I said I'm very glad for the president, because since his first year administration at the office, I think I'm very happy.
So for you, corruption is such a big issue, and you are happy that the president has a special prosecutor's office and there is a special prosecutor in place. All right, let me come to you. Your name, you said you are a tour guide.
Yeah, my name is Inusa Nurain.
Okay, there are a lot of Inusas here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I've been doing my job since 3 years now.
What do you do?
I do tour guide. I receive Europeans, and then before I started the job, I used to have very important people, like people working for SSB Bank, Total, working with Holland Embassy and everything. They introduced me with that job.
Okay.
Before that, you can see big companies are saying, you know, the government that is in power is not in place at all. It's not, they didn't put in this place at all. Things are hard. Why Ghana is so difficult and very expensive than Canada, than England, UK. But when this government come, you can see the changes come, and then this is the better president. I used to travel the whole region. According to the villagers, they were happy. You see, I used to cross the border. Let's say a flower border. It's open 24 hours and everything.
So you are happy with this administration?
Yeah, very happy. Through that, you know, 2 years back, I don't receive people, foreigners, like, but now, every day and night, they used to come to me, so and so. You see,
so business is booming.
Yeah, because of their people who live here working, Europeans. You see, so they were happy. Ghana is okay now. You can come, so and so. You see, and then those people who move their companies to Ivory Coast, they come back during the light off time. You can see the Jomama time, and now they are all back, and then my work is okay. Everything is okay. And
so
then
for you, 1 year of Nana Addo has been great.
For me, yeah. Okay. And then I receive, my job is okay for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you pass it on to Daddy? Okay. You are a painter. Yeah. Give me your assessment of President Akufo-Addo in office in the first year.
This time, I can't fit work, but I'm seeing that President is doing well, so that how he promised us.
Can you take the microphone closer to you?
He start doing his work, so I prefer for that.
You prefer President Akufo-Addo in office? Okay, how about you?
Okay, I'm Kinsley, and I'm a butcher. Nana Addo's first year.
Are you butchering more animals?
Yeah. No.
So business is good?
Nana Addo's first year, business is normal. It's normal, but not good.
Okay, why?
Because we have good, better, best. In the previous year, when in December we used to slaughter a lot, but this year it's not like that.
So Christmas was bad for you?
Yeah, this year is bad for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. But Nana Addo, one thing that he has brought to this country that I like very well is the discipline. The country is discipline.
How? What kind of discipline?
Thank you very much. Example like the special prosecutor. Okay. Because now nobody who can corrupt us. You see, the corruption is too much. That's why we are suffering. So the unemployment is getting high. So if there is no corruption, all of us can leave and work normal.
All right. Now, when you talk about discipline, that there is discipline in the country, somebody will say that we've seen what the invincible forces and the others have been doing.
Thank you very much.
I mean, that also threatens the security of the state. That is not discipline, is it?
It's not discipline.
On that score, what would you say?
But they are dealt with. Nana Addo have dealt with them.
How did he deal with them?
Oh, they were all sent to court. I heard they were all sent to court and they were dealt with them. So that's not the deal. Do you know why I say discipline is in the country?
Tell me.
In the previous administration, there are a lot of things happening. But you can't talk, you can't do anything.
Things such as?
That's why I say this special prosecutor will invite a lot of people. And if the time comes, you'll see.
So you are excited that there is a special prosecutor because you think that corruption has eaten deep into our fabric. All right. Okay, so, I mean, that's a very good assessment from all of you. Some say that it's been normal, but it could be better. Some say that it's been very bad because he's lost his job. If I can just have the microphone and come to him, because we are going to, I mean, this was just a preliminary conversation. We're going to go deep into issues now. Looking at what happened yesterday at the Flagstaff House between the president and the journalist. What did you make of that encounter?
I didn't watch.
You didn't watch it?
Too much, but I came to take a few words to him. Okay. But I'm seeing people was talking that it's almost 80% out of 100%.
80% for the president's performance. Yeah. Right. Okay. How about you? Do you agree? 80%? Will you give him 80%?
No. Why? Because some woman asks about this thing about our security in the country, because we were seeing bomb and those kind of weapons in the country. So many robbing are going on. So every day we can experience about 10 robbings.
Every day, 10 robbings?
Yes, you will see here Tema. Now even currently they have killed some soldier guy in Tema. Right now I'm talking. You see, there is no tight security in the country.
So you think the country is not safe?
Yeah, because you catch somebody with bomb, just you can't imagine. So
but they've been arrested. That is why we have security in the country.
Where?
They were arrested in Odoko.
Odoko.
Yeah.
You see, where did have they been arrested? Odoko. Then where did they brought the bomb from?
Well, that's why we have security.
Yeah.
Right.
You see, Odoko is too close to the Accra.
Right.
Maybe they brought the bomb from far away. What about the security people who were there before they came to Odoko? That's the main issue. Like if they brought the bomb from the Togo, we have security from Togo because the bomb was not manufactured here in Ghana. Because the bomb has been brought here in Ghana.
So you feel that the country is currently not safe to live in?
Yeah.
And you think that the president's response to that question was unsatisfactory?
No.
What were you expecting the president to say?
At least let Ghanaian people have more confidence in him that he will put more measures to bring more security, to check any car, any motorbike, anything to make sure we are safe. Because if somebody no. So if
okay, quickly, I'll come to you. I'll come to you in a bit. Or you want him to come in now? Okay. What was your point?
Yeah, but the IGP came outside told us that we are safe.
Just he said.
So you are accept to president to come outside to tell we Ghanaians that we are safe. No, it's not in work that.
It's not the president's responsibility to tell us that we are safe, but it's the IGP's responsibility. Yes. So once the IGP says that everything is fine and we are safe in the country, we should take that and run with it.
Yeah, we should.
Okay. So you think that the president's response to the security question was satisfactory?
Yes.
You think it was all right? Who disagrees or agree? Who wants to come in? All right.
I agree. Everything is okay. The difference is, see, a lot of my side, a lot of foreigners who been here for a long time are very happy now. If you see the villages, I used to go to the villages, the kings, all of them happy. Even Volta region, there's a place called Manta Fajato. I met the village, the chief there. That place is very, very stronghold of past government. They were all happy with the government.
Okay.
So I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, okay, you can have it.
Yeah, yesterday, one thing that I heard from the president that I like very much is that, he told us that the special prosecutor will start working from his own administration first, before attacking any corruption from anywhere.
So it will start within?
Yeah, within his own administration. So many his ministers are safe. They cannot corrupt.
Okay.
So...
all right. Now, so we started from security. Was there any other response that you didn't like from the president?
No, I mean how you have to give out more assurance. How we talk about the security issues, he talked just as little, like he didn't concern much about the security. And what is bothering me now is about a lot of promises he made to us. Some girl also asked about Abosukai, about their spare parts and those that he promised to reduce, because they were happy since the last budget were read. They were happy and jubilating. Now they can't jubilate. If they go to Abo to take their things, so many stories come on. That means the president is not fulfilling his words. To me, to my own perception, I think that because there is a lot of promises out there. You understand, like one village, one dam, we have not seen anything. One constituency, $1 million per year. That is what is bothering me now. Okay. Because if any constituency get $1 million, I think the suffering, the hardship will come down.
Okay.
Because that money will be at least used to clean the areas and build so many like schools and those things, hospital and those things inside the $1 million. Now the money is not there. You see, so what are we going to do about that?
Okay.
You understand?
All right. Anyone wants to comment on that, on the one district, one factory, and the $1 million? He's saying that the president yesterday did not sound like somebody who is probably on top of those issues. You may disagree or agree, do you?
Actually, I agree with him in some points, and I agree with him in some points, and some point too. Yeah.
Okay. How do you agree?
Yeah, because based on what the president promised us, he told us that he's going to give every constituency $1 million. Up to now, we haven't heard anything yet. Up to now. 1 year has passed.
The vice president has assured that that is going to happen. It will be realized.
All right.
Are you convinced?
Yeah.
Do you believe him when he says that?
Yeah. Right now, all that I would like to let the vice president to know is that since he said he's going to deliver the money to us, because this money we can get a lot of it. Okay. We can get more benefit from this money.
Okay.
For example, like if this $1 million is giving us, we can build something that maybe the unemployment people in the society can also benefit from it.
You think that Ghanaians are rushing? I'm stealing your words.
Of course.
Well, how? But the president himself said that he's in a hurry, didn't he?
He's in a hurry. Yeah. So his time is reached. It's 4 years. Now it's 1 year. Remaining 3 years. We should have patience with him. Oh.
How patient should Ghanaians be?
Because that inside of 1 year, the promise is too much.
Okay, let's take that one. Okay.
During the election times, our president, Nana Addo, then times, he was candidate of the New Patriotic Party, promised a lot. The promises are too much. So Ghanaians, we are saying that 4 years is not enough. And we have
4 years is not enough?
Yeah, you've already completed 1 year. We've not seen anything. One district, one factory has not happened. 1 million, one Ghana has not happened. Nothing. One district, one village, one dam.
One village, one dam.
Nothing. Or have you seen any village with a dam before? The promises are many. One raw materials, we release that from 17% to... It's too many, so you see.
Okay, we'll come back in a bit.
The pressure is coming from Aboso, coming from here, so you can't.
Okay, we'll come back in a bit to continue with this discussion. We'll go into the promises proper. This is State of Affairs brought to you by Verna Natural Mineral Water. We are coming to you from Nima downside. I'm having an engagement with these gentlemen here about President Akufo-Addo in office for a year. We'll be right back.
4G is non-stop music. It's sharing and entertainment without buffering. It's gaming with no lag and movies with full immersion. 4G is business without restrictions. It's also smarter money. It's learning beyond borders, achievement without limits, and health for everyone. It's love, family, joy, and everything else. 4G is life. Get a 4G device today and live on the next level. MTN 4G. Hello, future.
MTN. Everywhere you go.
Wondering where to find the best and affordable goods and services on the market today? Then Let's Go Shopping is the answer. Let's Go Shopping is your #1 telemarket. You can advertise your products on Let's Go Shopping this and every Saturday at 10 a.m. only on GH1 TV.
Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds pitch by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
How you use your data is up to you. With the best internet speeds, it's amazing what you can do on MTN.
Welcome back to State of Affairs from Nima downside, where today I'm sitting at this only motor repair shop here to discuss the president's first year in office and also his media briefing yesterday. Well, Razak just joined us here. Is it Razak? Nana Kwame. Why were you calling him Razak earlier? No. Okay. Oh, I thought I heard Razak. Okay, so Nana Kwame just joined us. I hear you are a propaganda secretary. Here. Anyway, we'll come to you in a bit. So before the break, we were talking about the promises the NPP made to Ghanaians before the election. Some of you say that the promises were too many. You wanted to kickstart the conversation earlier. I mean, he made a number of promises, knowing very well that he was going to be in office for 4 years. And he made the promises based on a belief that he can deliver. So who are we to sit back and think that the promises are too many, so he will not be able to fulfill them?
Yeah, because he has given us time. Like about 1 million, one constituency like this, he said every year, each year, you understand. So the year has passed, nothing has been seen, you understand. So as a Ghanaian, we have to talk about that, and we have to remind him. Maybe in his second year, he will think about that, because that money is going to help a lot of our youth, a lot. It will also reduce his pressure. You understand? To me, that $1 million is more important than any promise that he's doing now.
How do you
Because
compare?
a constituency with $1 million is enough for them to create more jobs with the money, to do a lot of things with the money, and people, the hardship will come down at least. You see, because you know cash is doing a lot. At least $1 million a constituency there is too much.
You have some money in your pockets, no? Yeah, when it comes, I mean, when it happens, you have some more money.
Because my MP, I'll trace my MP to take my own. At least.
But that's not how it's going to work.
I don't know how it's going to.
No, that. What are you thinking? That when they give you the $1 million for the constituency, you will line up in the morning and then you get your.
No. A lot of people cannot pay their school fees. They will come to the MP, and the MP will say, "Oh, instead of $1 million, I have to give them at least." I have to take some money for some people who cannot pay their children.
The $1 million is for development.
Development about on what? On infrastructure or
to make the constituency work, to make life comfortable for you.
Yeah, that's what it's saying.
It is not a case of the MP doling out cash to people who cannot pay fees, who cannot fund their naming ceremony, their funerals. That is not what the $1 million is for.
What are the $1 million going to be used?
Development
on what?
In the constituency, creation of jobs. So there will be investment in the creation of jobs for you. There'll be so much going on, but it's not a doling out of cash process. That is not what is going to happen with the $1 million. Okay, I'm mistaken. Okay, correct me.
I think if there is no school in the system, how can this place develop?
Yeah,
how can this place?
Don't you have schools in your constituency?
We have schools, but it's telling you that people cannot afford to pay their school fees for their children. And
so you expect the school fees to be taken out
the
of
$1 million self, it's not yet in, but still people are chasing the MP to pay school fees, and the MP is doing that. So in case of if the $1 million is attached,
so that is what
you will not spend all for them, because the MP has a lot to do with their money. So it will help a lot. So that money
so
is
you're expecting that once a constituency takes delivery of the $1 million, a chunk of it or a part of it should be dedicated to the payment of school fees.
Not only on that.
Naming ceremonies. Funerals. That is what constituents chase their MPs for.
We need development. We need toilets. We need schools. We need streets. We need.
So the schools will be built.
Oh, will be built.
The schools will be built. You have health centers.
The $1 million too is too much. So by all means, they'll pay school fees too for the children inside.
You think that $1 million is a lot, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay. Daddy, what do you think? You have nothing. You have no thoughts. How about you?
It's okay, no comments.
No comments. How about you? $1 million per constituency.
Yeah, the $1 million per constituency.
Will you be expecting some to be given to you physically?
No, actually, I don't need him to come and give me that money, but I can benefit more from it.
Absolutely.
One, if the $1 million is given to us, you just like it. I want you to take an example of Nima.
Right.
If Nima, we are able to get $1 million, we can develop a lot.
What would you want to see in Nima?
Actually, all I want to see from Nima is that because if you go to our corner houses, you know, there are a lot. We don't have street lights. We don't have street lights. Yeah, that place is dark. If you are walking,
so you have dark
maybe
alleys.
in the night. Yeah, if you are walking in the night, if you don't take time, someone can attack you. So if that $1 million is given to us, we can address this problem.
Okay. But I was told that nobody would dare attack anybody in Nima. Is it a myth?
No, it's a lie. They have been doing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I want to say one thing about our MP, McNaza, Honorable McNaza. To me, so far, is the best MP in the whole Ghana. Yes.
How?
Because he's doing a lot. If your house corner, you don't have a cement or sand, he will give you a trip of sand and the cement and the workers to come and clean there, to make there nice for you.
Right.
And if your corner you don't have a light, if you contact him, he will give you a light.
Okay.
If your children you don't have school fees to pay, you went to him. It's helping the constituency a lot.
Okay.
So we want you to at least thank him for us, okay?
All right, thank you, MP Mark Naza. Okay, Nana Kwame, I have to bring you into the conversation. I hear you are the propaganda secretary.
I'm not.
You are not?
No.
So why do they call you propaganda secretary? You've been doing propaganda for NPP in this neighborhood.
Not really.
Okay, so we've just been talking about, I mean, he joined the conversation pretty late, but we've been talking about President Akufo-Addo in office for a year and his encounter with the media yesterday. If you can just hold the microphone yourself and move it very close to your mouth so we can all hear you. What do you make of this administration?
Yesterday, the president first and foremost spoke about the appointment of Martin Amidu and how his appointment is going to enforce the fear of God in the past and present officials. I think he also made it clear before the appointment of Martin Amidu that he was going to appoint someone who will be fair in his judgment. And I think he's done it so far. And he also spoke about the Fulani headsmen who are terrorizing citizens in Agogo. It is an issue of national interest, and it also seems to be a national security threat. So I think yesterday or 2 days ago, security forces have been sent to that place to tackle the issue. Another point cleared.
So you believe that as far as security is concerned, this president has done well. He's on top of issues.
Of course, yes.
He disagrees. He says that we are not safe in this country.
I will give him proper submissions to understand that security in this country under Nana Addo is really working. Gone are the days when we used to experience certain unnecessary stuff in this hood. Gunshots here and there.
In Nima?
Oh, of course, yes. Misbehaviors here and there, you know. But after Nana Addo take over, people have realized how serious he is and how he wants to take the security issue or how he wants to handle this country. Now, he can attest to the fact that things are normal under Nana Addo, security-wise, unlike when our former president was in power, you know.
Security was bad in Nima?
That's what I think, my point of view.
Yeah.
Okay. The president also yesterday talked about $5 billion export of gold that hasn't been accounted for. I'm surprised none of them hasn't said anything about that, because $5 billion is a huge amount of money. And to hear the president himself saying this, you understand that it's something that is very strange, because
so
$5
I get
billion.
the impression that corruption is very important. The fight against corruption is very important to all of you.
Of course, yes.
I mean, because you started off straight away with corruption and the special prosecutor. So you believe that he's on track in the fight against corruption.
Of course, yes. I believe he's on point. Not even necessarily for the past appointees, but this present ones. Okay? If you find yourself under Nana Addo's government this time around, then you know there is a special prosecutor. When you mess up, he's going to mess up with you. It's as simple as that.
Okay, all right. I understand why they call you a propaganda secretary. Not that you do propaganda, you don't. You are very fair in your comments. You said it was his opinion. You didn't agree with him?
Yeah, I agree with him in certain ways that.
Okay. But he says things are normal. I mean, the security is better under President Akufo-Addo.
That is own perception, because to me, how the invisible forces, data forces are terrorizing the courts and those things, using forces to go here and there to use power, to use force for their own arms. You understand? I think that is very wrong. You see, the government have to think.
Let me chip in.
Yeah.
Let me chip in. The special forces, they have been arranged before court. Am I right? Is that correct? Okay, so when you do something wrong, automatically there is a law to deal with you, right? But they face the court. Is that correct? Yes or no? Have they faced the court? No, answer my question.
They chased judge.
But they faced. But okay, good. But they were put before court.
Let's bring him in. Let's bring him into the conversation.
Chase judge and you understand.
First, before I talk, I told you that before Nana Addo came now, the country have discipline. That's what he came to explain to you.
True.
Because our country first, where we are living here, you can't live like this. But now you yourself, you know.
So you're saying that
is safe.
You're saying that
the
before 2017, it was unsafe to sit here. I mean, before 2017, sitting here would have been.
Not here.
We were here for a
We
long
were
time.
here.
Nobody chased us here.
My sister, I'm coming. Look at how Nana Addo is dealing with the land guarders. That's our main issue.
Land guards.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You see, at the previous administration or at the previous time, it was not like that.
Okay.
They were doing what they like.
Okay. You wanted to talk about the forces, the invisible forces.
The invisible forces. Thank you, Nanaba. The invisible forces. I heard they were sent to court.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, Nana Addo, where are they? Are they released or what? Where are they? The invisible forces.
You don't even know.
I want to know. I want to know whether they have been released or what.
You don't know.
Because I heard they were all sent to court, right?
You heard it.
So now where are they?
Closer to you.
Zero, where are they?
I think the prosecutors failed to prove beyond reasonable doubt to connect the special forces to the incidents that happened, right? So the case was acquitted and discharged. Yes. When you fail to prove evidence or provide evidence beyond every reasonable doubt, then your case will be squashed out. Yes.
Okay.
Then I can take you.
You find that laughable?
Yeah, let me take him back during Mohammed's administration.
Why would you do that?
Because
we are talking about current trends.
I just want to compare something simple.
You say it's
during your time. During your time.
That's why they changed everything.
During your time.
That's why you take him out.
Okay. You know Nana Addo is a man of rule of law.
They know.
You know.
They know.
You know. So when you misbehave, he will just put you through. That's why we have the special prosecutor, not only for the past appointees, but this one.
The special prosecutor will work.
You couldn't do this.
No,
You
have to see how
no, listen. You couldn't set this up.
What's your question?
The special prosecutor. I thought they would name Akutampa for the special prosecutor. Why? Why?
Well, I can't answer for the president.
And how? Did they choose Martin Amidu?
Why not? What is wrong? What is wrong with Martin Amidu? What is wrong?
Nothing is wrong with Martin Amidu.
Okay.
During the election time, this same Martin Amidu is saying that if Mahama or if they voted Mahama in, meaning Wyoming will not pay the money, so they should vote Mahama out so that Wyoming will pay their money. And now, the new administration have come and you have chosen Martin Amidu as a special prosecutor. Why? We know MPP have a lot of prosecutors. Akutampa.
But he's a Ghanaian. Martin Amidu is a Ghanaian entity. Yeah.
We know.
So it doesn't mean that he has to choose somebody.
Meaning Martin Amidu has chosen Martin Amidu. Me. I went to my own satisfaction, to my own knowledge. I think something is wrong.
Let me.
I'll come to you. What do you think is wrong?
Oh, a lot of things.
Well, for instance, tell me. What do you say? What are you suggesting?
Why should it be Martin Amidu?
Why shouldn't it be?
Because he is the man of the...
No. A lot of people have qualified for the job. The name will come out
are you suggesting?
The names were coming out from.
Wait, let me make an inference. Let me make an inference from where you started from. You're saying that before the elections, how do you say countdown? How do you say countdown in Hausa? Sabankudi. So you're saying that before the elections, Martin Amidu had suggested on some platforms that if President Mahama is re-elected, Wyoming will not pay his money. But if he doesn't win the election and President Akufo-Addo then candidate, so are you suggesting that this was a thank you to him?
Something like that for me.
Okay. That's
for me. Yeah, because he helped them a lot through that speech from Wyoming that if Mahama is not down, the money will not be paid.
To it. I haven't actually had that twist from anybody.
Okay, yeah.
All right, you wanted to make a...
Martin Amidu is a former Attorney General, am I correct?
Absolutely.
Yes,
And he's sometimes tagged as a citizen vigilante. Okay. So when you speak your mind as a Ghanaian, there is nothing wrong with that. It's your right to say things that are not going on well, to accuse a government, but constructively. And that was what he was doing in the past.
Criticize.
Yes. Good. And so for Nana Addo to appoint, not Nana Addo, but the Attorney General, yes.
Recommended.
Yes.
Martin Amidu.
Martin Amidu, I think is a step in the right direction, because Amidu himself, he was expecting Nana Addo to appoint Akoto Ampao, so they would come here and say Nana Addo has appointed, because Akoto Ampao was one of the lawyers at the
election petition.
Yes, he was. You would have said that Nana Addo has appointed another friend or another family member, because you always tell me he's a friends and family government. That's what you tell me. Okay. Now Martin Amidu will do his work as a special prosecutor. The moment you are appointed, irregardless of your party, you now become a government appointee, of course. So Martin Amidu, I believe, will do what is expected of him, and not be biased like how they...
All right.
If you know Woyome has something to give to the country, he should just give it to us as simple as possible.
How Martin Amidu was appointed.
Okay.
I think this is something like, thank you, how will you use the word? Like Nana Addo is thanking Martin Amidu. Yeah. Because, you have somebody like Akoto Ampao. Okay. Why? Allah, you people are joking. Because this country, Allah, we are not making fair to ourselves, sister.
Why?
Do you know something?
Okay, let me come
Why
to you.
is it that? Why is it that?
I'll come to you.
During those previous elections, that Amidu has not speaking or has not opened its mouth. Why haven't we heard his name? But now that during this election,
because at the time we didn't have a special prosecutor's office.
During this election, that Martin Amidu speaks, and that speaks is like anti-clockwise. It's not clockwise. You see.
Okay.
As a special prosecutor, I think you have to be independent body from nowhere.
Because he's independent.
No, it's an NDC figure.
Yeah, everybody knows.
So because he's NDC, he cannot do his job?
That's not what we are saying. You have to be an independent.
Yeah.
Because yesterday, if you heard the president is telling him that Martin Amidu should work with God, what? Fearing in him.
But don't you think that Martin Amidu has proven beyond all doubt that he's a man of integrity, that he's independent? He's independent-minded. You cannot get Martin Amidu to do something he doesn't want to do. Aren't you convinced of that?
I'm not convinced. Okay. Because if he's not that kind of man, but now you have to collect our own monies for us.
But he hasn't started.
So why did you appoint him? Meaning they can't do anything.
But how do you take the money when you are not in office? What power would you have?
Why will Martin Amidu's name come as a special prosecutor for us?
Okay. So your problem...
And you want us to accept it?
Your problem is that Akoto Ampao should have been the special prosecutor.
So that we know that MPP is prosecuting.
to my own perception.
How will it go?
No, but he's not there to prosecute NDC. He's there to prosecute.
We all know that Martin Amidu has an enemy in NDC now.
How? Now let me come.
Who are the enemies?
No,
I don't know.
Martin Amidu, you all know Martin Amidu's sources in NDC. Or you want us to spell it out?
You can spell it out.
I think I stated early on that irregardless of your position or which party you support, the moment you are appointed or you get some kind of government, you turn out to become a government appointee. Supposing Nana Addo should...
And he's not working for government, by the way. He's working for the state.
That's what I'm trying to let him understand.
He's working for the state. It's not for government.
Yes, of course he is.
It's not from left, from right.
No. If Nana Addo chose Akoto Ampao, no.
Martin Amidu was a running mate for John University at Tamil.
And so
he was an NDC man.
And so due to that.
All right.
Afraid Martin Amidu.
It's not an independent
NDC, why you people are afraid Martin Amidu?
Who is afraid? We are afraid of who?
What?
We are not afraid.
you said that there was something behind the appointment. Okay. Quickly, before we take a break, quickly. Yeah, come on, Suna. So.
To my own perception, I see that there is a game choosing Martin Amidu to be
the president is too serious to be playing games.
Yeah, because Martin Amidu is not the right person to be the leader of the.
Why?
You know, that's why I said it's a game, because he has a problem with past NDC people. So
but he's not there to chase NDC people. He's there to prosecute.
That's why we said we have to wait.
Officials.
That's why we said we have to wait and see what will happen.
Okay.
After he resumes work.
All right. Let's take a break.
Wait and see what will happen.
Let's take a break. State of Affairs returns in a bit. What was the countdown again?
Downside, Nima.
No, the countdown in Hausa. Someone Kudi. We'll be right back.
4G is non-stop music. It's sharing and entertainment without buffering. It's gaming with no lag and movies with full immersion. 4G is business without restrictions. It's also smarter money. It's learning beyond borders. Achievement without limits. And health for everyone. It's love, family, joy, and everything else. 4G is life. Get a 4G device today and live on the next level. MTN 4G. Hello, future.
MTN. Everywhere you go.
Shirley, Frida, Na, Adwa, and Rachel coming over? What to do? No worries. Serve your girls with a 1.5-liter Coca-Cola value pack for 8 Ghana cedis only. Recommended retail price. Now available in 0 sugar.
Nivea combines its unique care with natural cocoa butter and vitamin E. For intensive nourishment that lasts all day. Glowing, radiant skin. Cocoa butter body lotion from Nivea. Now say goodbye to dry skin with great Nivea specials this Harmattan.
Welcome back to State of Affairs, brought to you by Verna Natural Mineral Water. And we're coming to you from downside Nima. We are assessing the president's first year in office and his encounter with the media yesterday. We are just about wrapping up, so I get the feeling that every Ghanaian, based on the submissions I've had this morning, that every Ghanaian is interested in the work of the special prosecutor, because we believe that corruption has eaten so deep into the moral fabric of the society. All right, so just before we go, if you can just tell me quickly your expectations of the government in its second year, quickly.
Okay, I expect him to do a lot because he has a lot to do. The promises are many, so we need fast because the years are 4 years is just around the corner.
Right, 2020.
Around 2020, so should just kick off so that we should know what to do.
If we were holding elections today, would you vote for NPP?
Me?
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, Daddy, what are your expectations of the administration in its second year? If you can just pass it on to him.
I have nothing to say.
You have nothing to say. All right. Thank you for joining us here. Your expectations?
For me, the promises, I know it's not a small job, so maybe
they should roll it out.
They should roll it out, yeah. So we have to have patience for and see what will happen because we cannot force them.
All right. How about you?
Actually, what I would like the president to do for me is that I want him to take everything seriously. Sometimes there are some certain issues that occurs in Ghana. They don't care. Like, yeah. If you remember, some years back, we heard about some flu attack at the Kumasi Academy.
Oh, the meningitis.
Yeah, the meningitis, yeah, something like that. If it happens, we all, as a Ghanaian, we have to take something very seriously about it.
But you think it was not handled?
It's not handled well at all. I'm not too happy. The reason why I said this is that because the meningitis didn't, attack maybe, I don't know how to. Look, I'm not happy how they handle such issues.
Right.
Because we always, excuse me to say, we Ghanaians, we behave like grass.
What? We behave like what?
No.
What we behave like grass cutter?
We behave like grass cutter attitude. Every day I will build my house. Yeah.
Ah.
That's the attitude.
Oh, the grass cutter hasn't got a house.
Every day I'll build my house, but yet still he will never build a house. So he sleeps anywhere.
Right. This is
That's
the first time for me.
how Ghanaians, we know.
So we should stop behaving like grass
Now,
cutters.
if something happen, if something happen, we all have to take it very seriously.
Okay.
We all have to attack it and solve it once and for all.
Right. On this note, can I say Laila? Laila. All right. What's your expectation of the government in its second year?
My expectation is for the government to look at certain things on about school, about the free education. It's not going well.
How?
As parents are complaining that the children are not getting what they want.
Is there anything that this administration has done that you think is good?
So far, the special prosecutor.
Okay, all right.
Only that one they try.
But even that one, you don't like the choice.
No, even that one, the choice is wrong choice.
Okay.
But me, I want the current administration to change things a lot.
Okay.
But it should remember to bring us our 1 million. That's my own problem.
For the constituency, it's delayed, huh?
It's delayed. The 1 million is delayed.
Your expectations?
I don't have anything to say, but
You're
I'm
fine. You are happy.
wishing all the best.
Fantastic.
I know Nana.
I can see life is good for you. I mean, spotting this Burberry shade.
Of course.
Life is good
everything.
This guy
I'm okay.
kept about 1,000 for Nana Akufo-Addo.
Really?
Election time, but it was neglected now. So you see,
he hasn't complained.
You don't worry, he can't complain. Because he can't complain. So if the government is hearing,
you know something, I don't want to talk anything. Nana.
So he's saying that you shed so many caps to NPP.
Yes.
Because you love the party.
Yes, I love the party.
But you've been neglected.
No, I'm not regretting. If they will start today, I will share it again. I'll share. I love you, man. Very, very much. Nana Akufo-Addo, all the best. I wish you good luck.
Yeah, right. Nana, family, your expectations.
Look at the program. I'll call him.
Okay, let's take his expectations. His last word.
Our chairman, propaganda secretary.
First and foremost, I don't think he shared those caps to be awarded a contract afterwards.
All right. He did it out of the willingness of his heart.
Very good.
No, you know it's going to benefit after.
No. It's my brother. It's my
All right, and that's family expectations.
And secondly, my friend here spoke about the challenges in free SHS. Every policy comes along with challenges. Until you enroll the policy, you wouldn't know the challenges. So we are great. They've told us there are challenges. We'll handle that. My expectations, first and foremost, is about employment. Yes. I think that's the major problem we are facing in this country. If the president can do something about that. So far, so good. I think I'm okay.
All right. Thank you very much for joining me here at Downside News. Thank you so much for joining us. State of Affairs was brought to you by Vena Natural Mineral Water. And thanks to the people of Nima. Nima is our constituency, you know. I love Nima. Popular area, but I love Nima. All right. Thank you and have a good night.
Ghana Trade Fair Company, under the auspices of the Ministry of Trade and Industry and the One District One Factory Secretariat, welcomes you to the 22nd Ghana International Trade Fair under the theme Industrializing Ghana and Creating Jobs. It will